You know these walls are made out of museum walls, right? Just the same shit they use in the museum. This ain't regular house walls. They make museums out. This is museum walls and shit. Bro, if you live like that, you gotta keep hustling. You can't buy all that shit you bought. And I'm being nice. I'm not even naming half of it. You can't buy all that shit and spend all that money and then be like, I shouldn't have to work anymore. I ain't have half the shit I just named. I ain't have no 2 lofts in Soho. I ain't have no 2 mansions in London. I ain't fly private every day for 6, 7, 8, 9 years. I ain't have no damn urinal. This all the shit you was spending your money on. I'm just good budgeting money, thank God.
You are watching a master at work.
The kid's back!
So lately, Dame Dash has been in this space where let's just say he's been real transparent about a lot of his reflections on when he was on top and when he was running the game with Rockefeller. And you know, he's always talked about how he put so many people on and so many people that's in position today. And one of those people that he put in position is Cameron, and him and Cameron's always publicly had an amazing relationship, right? I know behind the scenes they've mentioned that they haven't always seen eye to eye at times, but Cam decided to speak his piece on Dame today, and we ain't never heard Cam talk about Dame like this before. So let's check this out.
And Dame know this more than anybody else. You can't stop hustling. All them people Dame put on that he named, it wasn't like they got a chunk of money and stopped. Everybody kept hustling. They kept going. You did put Kevin Hart in his first movie. I was actually in that movie with Kevin Hart, Paper Soldiers. And you have to be thankful for the opportunity. But did Kevin Hart keep going on and doing a bunch of other shit? Yeah, he wouldn't be Kevin Hart just from being Kevin Hart from Paper Soldiers. It ain't like you know Kevin Hart from Paper Soldiers and be like, yeah, he owed Dame. Like the movie, it wasn't Avatar. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't Blair Witch. But you did give him an opportunity. I understand that. But after the opportunity, it's about keep going hustling. You know what I'm saying? Back to the him not having money thing. He shouldn't have to work for anything. Look, yeah, my bad. But like with Dame, I would love to do the things Dame did. Fly private for 5 years straight.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like Dame not having money right now. I know he's going through these legal situations where you would just automatically assume like he's popped, but I don't know. You would think like how when you see Dame at his crib, he seems like he's living pretty good. You know, he might not be living as luxurious as he once was living, but we're gonna get into why that matters and why that plays into things. So do I think Dame is broke? No, but I don't think Dame is where Dame used to be, and compared to how he used to be, old Dame would probably call a Dame today broke, right? Let's just call it
2 mansions in London. You got a mansion in London just for your niggas, and then a personal mansion in London for something else, or renting them or whatever. You just got mansions in London. We not even from London. We just going to fucking London, hanging out, not saying, you know, I put on my artists, or really, you know, more Jim and Jewels, but we was all Dipset, SAS, just out in London spending money. I would love to have 2 lofts in Tribeca right around the corner for each other. 20,000 for this loft, 20,000 for that loft around the corner. So you got $40,000 a month for just lofts. Airfare, flying everywhere. You know, Dame, I would have loved to have the biggest mansion in Alpine, New Jersey. Dame is the only nigga that I ever seen to this day. I'm talking about to this day, and I've been in a lot of places, and I could, like I said, maybe I haven't been in the right places. I've never seen a nigga with a urinal in their house yet. Dame is the only nigga I see.
Yo, this nigga Cam is so petty. He thinks he's the only person I ever seen with a urinal in their house. That's crazy. That is that better living? Is that like luxurious to have a urinal? That's interesting.
When you go to his house and he got the stand-up shit in the men's room, he got a urinal in his house, in the movie room, a urinal. You go to Dame house, he got a crib in Malibu. Yo, you know these walls are made out of museum walls, right? Just the same shit they use in the museum. This ain't regular house walls. They make museums out. This is museum walls and shit. Bro, if you live like that, you gotta keep hustling. You can't buy all that shit you bought. And I'm being nice. I'm not even naming half of it. You can't buy all that shit and spend all that money and then be like, I shouldn't have to work anymore. I ain't have half the shit I just named. I ain't have no 2 lofts in Soho. I ain't have no 2 mansions in London. I ain't fly private every day for 6, 7, 8, 9 years. I ain't had no damn urinal. This all the shit you was spending your money on. I'm just good budgeting money, thank God. So, but to answer your question, I love Dame, that's my bro. And whatever I can do for him, I absolutely will. But all this shit, you shouldn't have to work no more. And then nigga wasn't even thinking about me, throw my name in, and it's kind of crazy. But you spend crazy. You spend crazy, and you talk crazy to people too. I'm just a nigga who knows you, so I can tolerate some of your verbal abuse, even though you don't consider it verbal abuse. Yo, nah. Yo, imagine sitting you just walking nigga out and say, yo, watch your shoulders, because that's museum wall right there. That ain't apartment wall or sheetrock wall or whatever wall. Nigga says museum wall. I tell Dame talks crazy. Last thing, and I'm just saying, it's his spending. Dame would be set for life if he knew how to manage his money. He made more than enough money not to work no more. But he want to keep hustling. I dig it. It's in him. Pause.
Boom. So there you have it, right? I think Dr. Dre once said it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you hold on to. And you know, I'm sure there's others who said things like that similarly, where it's like, it does not matter if you are living above your means. Whatever your means is, you're eventually going to go belly up, and that's even on a smaller, lower scale for us regular everyday people. Like, you gotta live below your means so that way we'll be there. Save your money so your money will save you. Like, that's one of the most important quotes, because it's realistic. You gotta have little stashes, little pockets of money here, there, everywhere. It's the best thing to do for you long term. Like, just pretend it don't even exist. Grind every day like you broke, and eventually you gonna look up and you're gonna have a stash and you're gonna have something. And you know, Dame probably had certain things that he tried to do, businesses and other investments that just never panned out the way that it should have, because like he said, he talks to people crazy. People not gonna give you their best and work their hardest for people who treat them like shit and act like they better than them and above them. It's only at that point you become an opportunity to people, and you're only as good as the opportunity lasts until they're able to find the next opportunity. So I'm sure he went through a lot of that. And on a personal note, if anybody knows somebody who's like this, I have an uncle very similar to Dame in a sense of like a flashy guy, fast, you know, living in terms of looking like he got it, the furs, the cars, all of that come to lifestyle. And he knows, he even says it to me sometimes. It's like he understands, like, I gotta be this guy forever. He has to be, because at any point in time, when you the flashy guy, you don't want somebody to drive past you on the road and be like, yo, I remember that nigga used to be. He fell off. And it's only a matter of time, because people will just wait around until that day come along and they like, yo, this nigga used to pop out. He used to be the flyest nigga in the world. He fell off now. This nigga ain't nothing now. He regular as hell. Like, when you are that type of person, I don't know what happened to Dame. Maybe he went through like some season of depression in his life or something, where things just didn't connect anymore and he just stopped hustling as much. But when you're that type of guy, the ballaholic, like Dame used to stunt crazy. He called himself a ballaholic. That's how real it was. Like, you heard Cam, urinals, 2 mansions in London. That's in London. That's not even America, what he was doing over here. Like, Dame was flying privates everywhere before that was even a thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he lived 1,000 lives over. And that's the same thing with Floyd Mayweather. People swear Floyd broke, but I turn around, he got buildings in Manhattan and all that. Floyd is straight. But when you're that type of person, when you're like a money getting flashy type of person, like Birdman, like, you can't go broke. That looks crazy. Jay-Z, imagine if Jay-Z was broke today. He would look crazy. So it's like, those type of people, they always gotta be on top. Always gotta be on top. Because once you start that level of expectation of this is how you roll and this is what you about, people always gonna be watching for that fall off. And you know, and that nigga teeth popping up out his mouth.
Just see if I'm the real deal. Man, hold on. Oh, God. Here, talk to him for a second.
What?
No type of crazy shit going on with him. Learn from others' mistakes, because shit could get real. What y'all think, man? Y'all get in the comments. Y'all remember how Dame used to stunt and make people feel like, yo, Dame was one of them type of niggas where, remember he went on the Breakfast Club and he was talking crazy to them about being a boss and everything like that. Like, people like that type of arrogance, when you fall off, be prepared. This niggas is coming with their stories of how much of a dickhead you was. Like, you gotta always be that nigga. You can't fall off. Can't stop, won't stop. Like, imagine Diddy broke after all this shit. You think y'all heard stories so far? Y'all, it's gonna get worse. Beard Dinner, man. It's food for thought. Y'all do the dishes.